Hello everybody! Summer is finally arrived here in Berlin. Time to go swimming. Do you like swimming? I love it a lot, but I am a bit scared to swim in the nature, like river or lake. I am more swimming pool kind of girl because we say there are Kappa in the river. We have these stories from our grandparents. They told us, don't go near the river. Kappa are there and they are naughty and can pull you deep into the water. Have you ever heard about Kappa? It looks like this. Isn't it cute? Kappa is a mythical animal or legendary creature that is said to live in swamp and rivers. Kappa are one type of yokai. Yokai is what we call a goblin in Japan. Bit scary, but often quite cute creature. It is a very popular character, not only in Japan. But do you really know what are they? There's a story behind it, and some of it is scary. Kappa is also called Kawataro, Enko, or Kahaku, and in Japanese we write it like this. The first letter stands for river, Kawa. The second one means kid, Wappa, Kawawappa. We made it short and call it just Kappa. As the name itself describes, Kappa looks like a human child, but in green or red color. The body is wet or even a bit slimy and fishy smell. The mouth looks like a beak. It has a shell on its back, like a turtle. Webs on the hands and feet like a frog, and they have a plate on their head. It's their trademark. This plate is always wet or filled with water. If the plate ever dries out or even cracks, the Kappa will be in big trouble. A dry head can weaken their strength or they can even die. What I describe now is the most typical Kappa, but depending on the period and region, there are also reptile-type Kappas that walk on four legs and are covered with scales. There is also monkey-type Kappa covered with hair, sometimes seen in paintings. The Kappa is said to be mischievous, but has a rather friendly and amiable atmosphere. Naughty, but nice. What do they like to eat? Their favorite foods are cucumber, fish, fruit, and sake. We all know they love cucumber, but not many people know why. It is said that the reason why Kappa loves this vegetable comes from the fact that Kappa are a minor form of water god, and cucumbers are popular offering to water gods as the first vegetable of the year. Shiriko-dama. Kappa loves sumo wrestling. They often invite children to wrestle and pull out the Shiriko-dama of children who lose. Shiriko-dama is something strange. We only talk about it when we think of Kappa actually. It means but small ball. It is fictional organ imagined to be in the anus of a human being. Kappa pull it out from human. How? I leave it to your imagination. And eat them or offer them to Dragon King as a part of tax payment. Paying tax can be painful. It is said that a person whose Shiriko-dama is pulled out will have no more energy to do anything. Very important organ. They try to get your Shiriko-dama on many occasions. Please protect your bottom. How to defeat Kappa. Kappa can be very naughty and sometimes trouble. So here I teach you tips on how to defeat them. This picture is one way of defeating them maybe. It is often misunderstood that Kappa is putting Shiriko-dama out in the image. But actually, this is human who is farting to disperse them. You can see that his friend and the other Kappa are pinching their noses. Maybe you should try this if you can, but maybe you scare away not only Kappa then. Not so practical. There are better ways to defeat Kappa. 1. Special rice. Although kappa are stronger than human adults, it is said that even a child can defeat them if he or she first eats rice offered to Buddha. There is nothing better than blessed rice. 2. Pull the arm. Well, you don't even always have holy rice handy, right? What else can you do against kappa? Kappa's body is a bit different from human. The biggest difference is their arms. If you pull one arm, this one gets longer. And at the same time, the other arm gets shorter. Both arms are connected, and the arms are relatively easy to come off from the body. Like lizard's tail, there is a story that someone picked up a kappa's fallen arm and gave it back to him. He was very thankful and taught him how to make a special medicine, an all-purpose ointment, so they can be wise and resourceful too. The best strategy. Kappa is nonetheless the really strong goblin. Better to avoid any trouble with them. Here comes the special technique, how to never lose. If you do this, you can definitely defeat kappa, which is bow like Japanese. You know we bow all the time, right? Super polite Japanese. And kappa is Japanese creature too, very polite. If you bow to kappa, they bow back to you too. But you can guess what happens when kappa bows, right? Water on top their heads is spilled on the ground. No water on the plate. No power for kappa. You win! If you pour water back into the dried plate, they will be grateful and obey you forever. Better to have kappa as friend. Where do kappa come from? You can find so many funny, cute, naughty, unique stories everywhere in Japan. But what really are they? Nothing comes from nothing. There must be origins. Some say it was a giant salamander, a monkey, a mistakenly identified turtle, or an alien. According to one story, they used to be dolls. Hidari Jingoro was legendary sculpture from the early Edo period, 17th century. The famous carving of a sleeping cat at Nikko Toshogu Temple said to be his work. Did you ever see this? This artist was super busy and he needed help. So he created some dolls and brought them to life through magic and had them help him with his work. When he was done, he didn't need the dolls anymore and threw them in the river, and they became kappa. Remember the legend that when you pull an arm of kappa, the arm stretches and the other arm shortens, and when you pull it further, it comes off? These dolls were made of straw. Now it makes sense, right? There's another theory that makes sense to me where kappa comes from. And this is the sad part of the story. There is a theory that the kappa are the drowned bodies of children. Children that were left in the river by their own parents because they couldn't take care of them. Yes, I'm talking about infanticide, and it is hard to imagine, I know. Especially in Western culture, which is based on Christian teaching, this is a total taboo. But I have to admit this did happen in Edo era. Poverty of the peasant class was truly awful in the countryside. And in the cities, infidelity was all too common among all social class without much social control. At the time, there was little knowledge or means to protect against pregnancy. The Edo shogunate and the laws of the various domains often banned this horrible practice, mainly for fear of reducing the labor force, but it was rarely punished. It was just a sad reality. Buddhism and Shintoism avoid anything related to childbirth, and there was no mention of the fetus or newborn. In addition, there was a general understanding that babies completed the rites of passage known as the first visit to the shrine, which marked the end of childbirth and became a part of human society. In those days, when infant mortality was high, the age from when a child was treated as a human being is not like today. Too many of them died at the natural causes at a very young age. There is also a belief that a child can be given back to the hand of God until the age of 7. Don't get me wrong, it was probably never an easy choice for the family, especially the mother. But lack of education and the need of survival for the rest of the family forced them to make this hard choice sometimes. The body of the child abandoned in the river or pond could match the appearance of a kappa. So cruel and so sad. There was also the possibility that the child's body would return to shore sometime later and be seen by other children. Kappa may be a creature that adults came up with as an explanation, as a way to prevent other children from being shocked. It's a dark part of our history and hard for us to believe in today's world, but the explanation that this could be at least part of the identity of the Kappa is compelling. At the same time, they may have used the existence of Kappa to drag people into drowning in order to keep children away from dangerous swamps and rivers where water accidents were likely to occur. I learned how to swim as a child, but I never went near the dangerous river for fear of the Kappa. Thank Kappa! To wrap up the day, I'd like to share some proverb about Kappa. Kappa no kawanagare. Kappa frequently drown too. It means anyone can make a mistake. Kappa are the best swimmers that exist, but even they can drown sometimes. He no kappa. Kappa's fart. Sorry, again about farting, but Kappa's own fart in this case. Since Kappa are always in the water, their farting is not very vigorous, so it means something very easy to do. Do you say child's play or duck soup in English? Kappa no kinobori. A kappa climbing a tree. Easy to understand. A metaphor for doing something you are not good at. You better avoid, right? Kappa maki. Do you remember what is favorite food? Cucumber. Because of this, rolled sushi with cucumber is called kappa maki or just kappa. Those innocent, naughty, but polite kappas are so close to our daily life. They look cute, sometimes misbehave like children, but they know kindness too. Someone who looks cute can have very difficult background and history. Kappa teach us the depth of life. Things are often more complex and serious than what we think at the surface. Do you like Kappa? Have you ever seen them? Do you have similar goblin in your country? Please let me know in the comment below. If you think the video was interesting, please like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please just press the button to subscribe. It's as easy as Kappa's fart. Thank you very much for watching today, and see you on next video. Bye! またね!